Ding 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 ding. Guys, that is my rendition of Soca. No, it's the best I could give you guys right now. I'm upset that I'm not in Trinidad, but thanks to this guest that we have on today, the one and only Mical Teja. He's bringing us a little piece of Trinidad. Stay tuned. He's going to talk to us about his projects, what's happening. For those who are listening, our global family, if you are in Trinidad right now, you're welcome. We're telling you what's popping, what's going on, and what fets you should be going to. Stay tuned to the Empower Hour.
I think this is me.
Welcome to the Empower Hour. We're bringing power to the people because the people have the power. This squad's going to entertain, enlighten, and empower y'all. I'm Queen Kaya, joined by Pharaoh Hammond Freeman and Gina the Great. But before we do anything else, like always, we're going to bless this show and our kings and queens listening.
Blessed melanated rising, my people. I'm so grateful to life. I'm grateful to God, our creator. I'm grateful to the ancestors for another opportunity to be able to bless the community. I asked that today's show, as usual, I'm just calling in the spirit. I'm calling in the forces of love, light, unity, strength, great health, peace, positivity, fun, and just this show. I'm calling this show be entertaining for all our guests, be uplifting, and most importantly, let it be empowering for each and every one of our listeners. Hotep, amen, and ashe.
Stay.
Brace yourselves, stay positive, continue to uplift your spirits. Stay tuned, as this episode today is going to be super lit with our boy Mical Teja. He's going to bring us through the ting ting taka taka tanky tanky tang, and it's going to be lit.
Parlay with the people. Parlay with the people.
Parlay with the people.
Parlay with the people.
Parlay with the people.
Parlay with the people. Parlay with the people.
Parlay with the people.
Parlay with the people, y'all.
All right, beautiful people. So we are back with Parlay with the People. So like we were discussing before the break, I am honored to have this brother on with us. I like to consider him a friend. I like to consider him now what I call a cultural ambassador. He's been doing it. He's representing for us. And you guys know my my love for Soca, my love for Carnival, my love for Trinidad. And I think there's no better representative right now to be on here with us than the one and only Mical Teja. So thank you, my brother, for being with us. Welcome to the Empower Hour.
Yeah. Man, it's so good to be here. It's so good to be here. You know, just as you see, just representing culture and representing everything, you know, that is positivity, you know.
Thank you. So so this is a special. We also have the one and only Shiata from West Can joining us as well. Hey,
hello. Good morning. Nice to be here. I couldn't miss this interview. I'm like, I'm fanned out right now. I'm so amazed. No, for real. To think like all those, I didn't even remember what year it was, but you were here. We welcomed you with our Monster Town to Montreal in our homes, like such a humble and so talented character even back then. To see your rise right now, it's quite a journey. And I follow you on Instagram. Everybody check him out, Mical Teja on Instagram. Really great story, great. I love following your career thus far, and I'm excited to see what you have in store for us in the future.
Definitely. More stuff in the works.
Yes.
More stuff. I mean, to be honest, we just getting started, to be honest.
That's it. So for those who don't know, and just to touch a little bit on what Shai was saying in terms of just your humility and how you get down as an artist, because definitely like when I met you when you came to Montreal, like you casually spoke about your background, like and the things that you do, and I'm like, wait, you wrote what song? You did what? Hold on. I'm like, wait, what? And I'm pulling up the stuff. Obviously, I had to pull your card. I had to, do a little Google. I was like, wait, hold on. I was like, yo, this is the guy for real. Holy crap! So for our listeners, can we just take a moment before we dive into the music just to give them a little idea of who is Mical Teja? If you would just want to talk a little bit about your background for us.
Raised in the hills of Belmont.
Mhm.
No, I mean, at a very young age, like, while I was still going what we would call secondary school in the Caribbean, which would be like high school, I guess.
Yeah, for us.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was already writing for like people like Destra Garcia, who people revere as like the queen of soca.
Mhm.
Debatable sometimes. It depends on where you're at and who you're talking to.
Right.
But she's definitely a stalwart in the soca industry and music. So at a very early age, like 14, 15, I was writing for her. Continuing on to my path, produced over the years. I've produced and written for people like Marshall Montano, Kes, actually one of the writers on Kes and Nyla Blackman's workout. Recently, I mean, I could keep going on, but recently, the writer of Patrice, Drink Water and Mind My Business.
Mm-hmm. I was hoping you mentioned that.
I still don't like to say too much because sometimes I feel like it's be a lot, and sometimes I honestly don't remember everything like off the top of my head.
Yeah.
And yeah, now we in artist mode now, man.
That's it.
Yeah, that's the mood.
Yeah, and the thing. So let me ask you, and this before we dive into the business. Now we're coming out of a pandemic where the world was shut down. How was that for you in the island? How was that for you as an artist? Like what was the experience like for you?
Bittersweet. Reason why I'm saying bittersweet, bitter to the aspect of when the pandemic came into like full effect and we going into this lockdown phase. I had crazy bookings. I was ready to go. Like, yeah, I was ready to go. Like, fly and St. Lucia, Antigua, Barbados. And pandemic, shut all that down. And for like the first 6-7 months was a bit rough. Of course, that lack of income coming in and everything just in a weird space. Yeah. But within the first year, like the late half of that first year into COVID, I started to, what I did, I built up a new studio space. I was like, you know what? Yeah, we have this time on our hands. Let's build up a new studio space. Let's redesign everything. Let's start work. Mm-hmm. And I decided just to, double down and just head down and work. And that's where the sweet moment, came into play. And throughout that's where a lot of really amazing songs happen, like Dingley with myself and Nyla Blackman, Bad Chargy with Marshall Montano and Ding Dong. So much music came out of us just putting that with Hall of Fame is the next song that was made when like the studio was just like about 5 months old, wow. Mass again, Mass come again. All these were songs that were just created, and there's so much more that were created in that space of that 2 years of us having that lockdown. I think that lockdown was amazing, was bittersweet for me in terms of bitter at the start, but then with shifting my mindset to figuring out, okay, what's the solution? Everything came in to be really, really sweet. So yeah.
King, I have to say, and I as a true fan, I have to say I appreciate you as an artist because you came out with some tunes that helped to lift the spirit to change the mindset. And like, you know, I take my hats off to artists worldwide, like, because what you guys do, like, shouldn't be taken lightly. Like, music changes the mood, music changes the vibe, music inspires, music gives hope, you know. So really, like, you guys help to bring people out of some sad times, you know, like, you guys really help to lift the spirits. I definitely have to give you credit for that, man.
Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that.
My pleasure.
So you discussed, so for all those listening, we are now talking to the one and only Mical Teja from Trinidad and Tobago. And so we discussed your career coming into the music industry in Trinidad and Tobago as a songwriter in junior and secondary to high school years. Now, just before the pandemic, we know that you transitioned to a performing artist. What sparked that? What made you say, let me come from behind the pen and go behind the mic?
Well, I've always, you know, so while I understand how people view it, but to me, I've always been an artist. Like, I've always been a performing artist. It's just coming from my background and understanding the industry that we have here in Trinidad and Tobago. For want of better words, as a quote unquote ghetto youth, you know, there aren't really avenues that you could just express yourself in a way, especially when I was coming up. In Trinidad and Tobago, other times the few platforms there are for youths that grew up within my community and from communities similar to mine are, you know, often like a dancehall and, you know, singing a gunman lyric. So soca is not really something that you would see the average youth from there, you know, doing or being able to participate in it. So for me, the approach I had to take was, all right, you know what? Before I jump into this thing, let me try and actually learn it. Let me see if I could write some songs. And that's where I started off. I started off always being an artist, always singing. I was singing before. But my break was through writing. And through writing, I was able to understand the ecosystem, understand the industry, to then know, okay, this is how I'm going to launch myself as an artist. So for me, it wasn't really a transition, but more of a okay, now is my time to show you that there's more.
Like an evolution.
Yeah.
Nice. I love that. So, Shari, did you have something else you're about to ask? No. Okay. So where I want to go to now. So the single Hall of Fame. Now, as a person, I personally love to acknowledge my ancestors. I love to give homage to, you know, to give credit where credit is due. When I heard that tune, I was like, this is it. Like, this is the example to set. This is the example to set for the next generation in terms of how to acknowledge the people who came before. But I'd love to hear the inspiration, and guys who are listening, don't worry, we're going to play a little snippet so you guys can get a little taste. But before we do, if you want to just talk a little bit about it, just and what brought you there.
So I believe in we tend to find this way of separating or them old people and them young people and them. And I actually do agree. I feel like we won now. And it was just me sitting down and thinking to myself, like when I reach old, I want people to acknowledge my work. You know, I want people to be like, oh yeah, he did really amazing work. And that's how I felt. I felt like listening to people like Shadow, David Rudder, who for me is one of my all-time like favorite artists in like Trinidad, you know, music and stuff. You know, people like Lord Kitchener, and many others, Maestro, singing Francine. Like, my mother is like a huge singing Francine song huge. She loves singing Francine. Like I wake up when I spend some time with her in New York, and when she wakes up on a Saturday morning, every Caribbean person know about that Saturday morning.
It's clean music. Yes.
Yeah, it's Sandra. When you hear that pam-a-na-ma-na-ma, pam-pa-na, pam-a-na-ma-na-ma, you know it's time to wake up. When you hear that singing Francine, that lean on me when you're lonely, that kind of vibe. I just wanted to kind of pay homage to that. I feel like in soca music, we often focus on the wine and jam and the party and the jump on the wave. And I just try to broaden the lyrics. I just try to like pay respects. And luckily over I think that was late last year. No, actually, after the Soca Carnival we had this year, actually, I had a little sit down with David Rudder and kind of was talking to him, and he's somebody actually just give me real good advice and just, show me real love. And yeah, he just sparked an next idea in me, and I say, you know what, this is something I want to release first for Carnival coming up. I think it felt right, it felt great. I just, as I said, madness, David Rudder say.
Yeah, wait. So let's give our listeners a little sample, and they could go and download it and listen to it on Spotify. Let's go in.
Don't worry, lover. Don't worry, friend. Don't worry, partner. You go see thing again. Don't worry, lover. Don't worry, friend. Don't worry, partner. This is not the end. We time coming back again. It's so much my heart to take. I feel like I'm born again. Freedom at last. Raise the glass. Whoa, you can't live in the past. So look for where madness, David Rudder say. Look for where shirt on in the people place. Look for where real girl and it's only ways. Look for where by the end they go put me name in the Hall of Fame. Soca Hall of Fame. In the Hall of Fame. Why? It's the culture we defend. Hall of Fame. Soca Hall of Fame. In the Hall of Fame. When it comes to party, the spirits have me under it.
Oh gosh, how you could do that?
I know, right? That was just enough for you to be like, no, that wasn't enough. Yes,
No,
go guys.
You
Check
just cut it right before the breakdown with the rhythm section come. That's my favorite part of the song. Favorite part. That when I heard that, Teja, you sent people mad with that rhythm section there.
Give thanks. I give thanks.
Yeah, definitely, and I do rely on Shata for telling me what tracks are going to be hot before the world says they're hot. Shy Hairs, and she's like, that's a hot track. That's going to do it. That's and that's my lord. Anyways.
It's doing really great right now so far. The performances has been amazing. People singing along right now, and we not really in Trinidad right now. We haven't switched into Carnival mode. We still into Christmas and Parang and but it's still real good feedback out there. So,
No, it has an energy. It has a vibe. Definitely it's gonna go far.
Let's take a quick positive cause just to shout out our homegirls, Kemba and Andrea from Keen Real Estate Group. Whenever you're thinking real estate, whenever you're thinking investments, whenever you're thinking about planning for the long term, think Keen Real Estate Group. They're generating wealth for generations. KeenGroup.ca. If your goal is to purchase a car and to make the process as simple as possible, just get a car broker, guys. You just get a car broker. Big shout out to our homeboy, Hamsdale Jacques, the owner of hjcourtierauto.com. That's HJCOURTIERAUTO.com. If you're a small to medium-sized business and you're getting started and you're ready to go to that next level, what do you need? You need a phone line and you need a website. Think Mainstream Digicom. They got all your telecommunication needs checked. MainstreamDigicom.com. You're trying to get out on the web. You're trying to understand how to navigate through ads. Check out Java Logics for all your marketing, your digital marketing. Where would we be without Preston? I don't even know. check out Java Logics. I give thanks to Preston for what he's done for the OFC. The amount of positive reviews we've gotten from all his referrals, we're proud to stand behind his work. Check out javalogics.com. No, it's not just because he's my brother. It's because you can't talk hip-hop in Montreal without saying M City Solo. Guys, check out his latest project, In My Fields, available on mcitysolo.com. If it's not one of the hardest new EPs to hit Montreal, come and let me know. You already know. It's your boy, Pharaoh, bigging up, mcitysolo.com. Keeping the culture alive. I gotta give thanks to West Can Folk Performing Company. For the last 40 years plus, they've been promoting our culture through song, drum, and dance, educating youth, the children, the seniors. Just check them out, westcanfolk.com.
Girl, what are you cooking?
My curry chicken.
Ooh, you're burning it.
Gosh, it looks so...
It's okay, girl. You need the Curry House. They have the best Caribbean food in town. 2 locations in Montreal, West Island, and Côte-Neige. For more information, follow Caribbean Curry House, MTL. Don't forget to mention the Empower Hour for your 10% discount.
So, who placed in the order?
Me.
DeVito, WizKid, Burna Boy. Those are just some of the big names that's blessed Montreal thanks to Afrobeats Montreal. Definitely check out Afrobeats MTL for all concerts, show listings, everything that has to do with Afrobeats in the city. Check out Afrobeats MTL. One full circle. We are the Melanated Community Resource Hub and Network. What does that mean? We're here for each other. So now, but as you're saying that, so basically we're going to be transitioning. So Carnival, February, thank God it's back. Amen. Hallelujah. Yes, it's back again. And like, as I don't know how to coin myself, but I'm a Carnival fan. I love it. I love being in Trinidad for it. It's just a thing, and I'm glad that it is back to bless the people. What can people expect now coming in? So basically, February's around the corner. So you know, and as people are listening to this, like some are already booking their tickets to come down. I know we started to do our search already to come down as an entourage. So what can people expect for the Carnival season this year?
Well, from my point of view, I think what you can expect is a re-education of what mass is, a re-education of what Carnival is. I think we are in a defining moment in Carnival history where we haven't had Carnival for 2 years. And I think now we are at a space where we have to understand what it is. It's not just wine and jam and drinking rum on the road. That's part of it. Part of it is a good time, but there's another part of it that is, again, paying homage to our ancestors. Another part of it is us understanding what freedom is and freedom of expression is. Another aspect of it is us actually being ourselves within the mass. Another aspect of it is understanding the Carnival characters and the various spirits that they represent. Like, for instance, the Moko is almost like a spirit guide. It's not just a Moko jumpy that's tall in the air. So I think this Carnival here is more of a re-education of what Carnival and mass and this aspect of culture is. And I think it's already happening, because when you're doing an event, you would see Blue Devils, you would see a rhythm section, you would see Moko Jumbies. Like 5-10 years ago, it wasn't so prevalent now, but now it's there in your face. And I think people now starting to ask the question of, okay, well, why we just do this? Why we just do that? Why we just, because there's a whole generation who, while they're in schools, they would not thought, okay, this is what this is what that is. And I remember about 5 years ago, before COVID hit, there wasn't really an interest in pan. Right now, there's an interest in pan now. Like you're seeing people actually want to go in the pan semis and want to sit down in the pan yard and that kind of vibes, you know. So I think we at a point where we now relearning culture and also redefining it for either better or for worse. We're not there yet to see what it is, but we are redefining what culture is right now. So that's what I'm thinking. 2023 Carnival is redefining and re-educating Carnival for sure.
That 100%, that is the vibe, because you could imagine as Caribbean folks transplanted now to North America, the same thing that you're discussing in our home, it's happening in North America, where we have these huge parades. We have Caravana, we have the Notting Hill Carnival in London. And the people who enjoy it the least are the masqueraders, are the mask makers, where everybody else is benefiting from hotel industries, travel, tourism, you name it, off of the concept of one masquerader. If there was no mass, if there wasn't the culture, all of these extremities would not be able to profit, but yet the nucleus is suffering. Right. So I believe it's suffering because people there's a lack of education about what's going on with our culture, how much time goes into actually making and creating the costumes. Even the music that you're hearing on the road, to appreciate the fact that this is Caribbean expression. And I'm 100% along the same lines as you. And brother, we're going to talk after because we have a project to work on.
And because I want to also just jump on that, because it is I'm feeling there's something in the air spiritually that's going across. It's a cultural thing, it's a spiritual thing. They say life is cyclical, so things come full circle. So it's almost like we had to go through this kind of downtime. That's why I love the expression saying that the pandemic was bittersweet, because it was literally that. It's like it created a pause, like a stop, where a reassessment, and it evoked a certain thing inside of people where they started to appreciate things again too. People started to like being locked down for 2 years. You come outside and you appreciate everything. Like you want to understand. So that's really what we're seeing. And because it's something where even without communicating, like what you just said, Shai and I were speaking about that. Another brother that I connected with a couple of weeks ago, his background is Haitian, and he was speaking the same kind of thing. He's like, the thing with he feels that Carnival, the history of Carnival, should be portrayed properly over a span of a couple of days. He's like, it shouldn't just be a come and a fit in the road. And so the fact, like, you're in Trinidad, he's here in Montreal, the east side of Montreal, which is more of a French side, thinking and talking the same thing. So it's something where there's a rebirth happening.
What I think also is bigger than just Carnival as well. I think so here in Trinidad and Tobago, I can't speak for any other island. I can only speak for here in Trinidad and Tobago. We don't really talk about slavery and the impact of slavery today and the impact of slavery in Carnival. Right? That's something we don't really address. We just say Trinidad Sweet is an amazing island. Come here. We drink rum and have a good time, which is true. We drink rum, we have a good time. But we don't talk about the impact of slavery. And I think what's happening now, because of the gap in wealth equality and the gap within the various classes and ethnic backgrounds within Trinidad now, I think you have a society that's trying to understand themselves a little bit more. Like who I am, besides who am I without drinking rum and partying? Like where's my substance as a people? I think collectively right now we are at a place where we're trying to figure that out. We also have a bit of a crime problem as well, and all of these things within society making us ask questions like, who are we? What are we really? What we used to do is we used to pacify things by saying, God is our Trini. and we used to pass it, but those are like little band-aids you put
You're right.
without really healing the cut properly, you know. I think right now we're at a point where, you know, we now going, I got a call, but no worries. But yeah, so what happened is we now at a place where we now redefining ourselves as a people. And I think Carnival and Mass has always been that vehicle where we find who we are as a people now. So I think Mass and Carnival is that vehicle that now tells us, hey, this is who we are. We're more than this. We're more than that with this. And this is who we could be. You know? So that's for me what Mass is. Mass is showing who you really want to be, that you can't be. Like a jamet. If people want to be a jamet throughout the year, you know, but because, you know, they have bills to pay and things to do, you know, they can't really do that, you know. But for 2 days on the road, they could behave like a jamet, and it's understandable.
Okay, so hold on, because you know you're talking to people. We have a lot of Canadian and American listeners who might not know what a jamet is. You have to. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to give us. They're like, jamet. What's a jamet?
So basically, a jamet is what we call a female woman who comes across as promiscuous. However, there's more depth in what a jamet is. A jamet is a bold woman, a woman who understands herself, understands her power, understands her feminine energy. Like, that is what a jamet is.
Okay.
In a shorter version of it.
Right,
you know?
in a condensed way. So now, so as we're talking Mass, I think it's a good time to give our listeners another quick little music sample, and then we can talk a little bit more about this track.
Yeah.
All right, so hold on, let's cue this one up.
Mass, come again. Well, look how the place on fire now. Mass, come again. A spirit to bring the power down. Mass, come again. Give them the drum is done now. Mass, come again. And everybody chanting now. Look at the people coming down. Together, now we strong. Look at the people coming down. Together, now we strong. I hear a distant melody.
Again, you see, guys, I'm just giving you guys just enough to be like, whoa, yes, go check it out online, download the song, buy it, stream it, support it, share it. Yes,
all of that. So let's talk a little bit about the inspiration. And I'm saying, like, I'm watching the videos, I'm watching, like, the colors, the vibes, everything you bring out. I'm curious to even know about the background of the videos, like if you're part of the direction, or you trust a video producer to just take the song and to go with it and you come in and do your thing. A bit of both, a bit of, hey, this is what we're looking for, there's the vibe. And you know, Shari, her name is Shari, amazing videographer and filmmaker. Amazing. She listen, she's next level, and she really just, you know, took our vision and just really not just bring it to life, but bring it to life, put on makeup, give it a whole
Sparkle.
outfit, like, you know. She did it, and the whole team involved, like, it's a whole entire team. I can't call everybody name, but you know yourselves. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I love the cultural representation, the Paramount Blue Devils, the rhythm section.
Okay, you understand it.
Yes. I love it. Very good job.
So okay, so now basically so where we are now, so as we're winding down, this has been extremely exciting, invigorating, fun. So we spoke about what's coming up for Carnival. Now, first, if people want to connect with you, they want to follow you, they want to reach out to you, they want to buy your music, how do they connect?
So real simple, on every single platform you could think about, all you have to do is type in Mical Teja, MICAL TEJA, and you will find me. You head over to Spotify, stream the music, like it, put it on your favorite playlist, put it in your library, head over to YouTube, hit that like button, watch from 000 to however long. And for those of you coming to Trinidad Carnival, mass come again. So when you reach here, mass come again.
Yeah, yo. Again, I want to thank you, and I also want to just thank you for even like the welcoming, because when I was there right before the world shut down in 2020, I was there with MCD Solo. We were there to do a thing. We shot a music video. We did a daggone thing. Thank you for what you did with that, but also just inviting us to come to watch the shows, inviting us, letting us come backstage with you, and yo, bro, that's love. That's love.
Nah, bro, I must say, because when I was in Canada, y'all treat me like family. So, any way I could repay that favor, come on.
Yo, brothers, this is it. So I look forward to just this bond, our friendship continue to grow. I look forward to be able to continue to do what I do. We have a platform here. Every chance we get, we will continue to promote. We'll continue to plug. We're proud to have you as a member of the OFC as well. The members in the group, they appreciate having you in there, and they love to support the music. So that's what it is. So now as we're closing out, Shai, did you have any words you want to say as we close out?
No, just looking forward to the 2023 Carnival season. I would love to hear Hall of Fame on a steel pan. I don't know if any pan man, any steel man had picked that up yet.
Working on it. We're working on it right now.
Okay. Yeah. All right, good. All right, we don't want to let it out the bag yet. It's a competition, right? I don't want to let people know what's going on. So, so that's what it is. So my people who have been listening and taking part, we have been blessed to spend this time with the one and only Mical Teja. Like he said, check him out on everything. That's MICALTEJA. Check him out, download, support, keep doing what you guys are doing. And again, I'm sending you guys mad love from Canada, from the United States, from across Africa, to you all in the Caribbean. Mad love and blessings. Just continue doing what you're doing, King. And thank you for being with us on Parlay with the People.
Appreciate it. And for everybody, thank you for having me. Remember, mass, come again. Yeah, man.
Kings and Queens, this was the Empower Hour with Pharaoh Freeman, Queen Kaya, and Gina the Great. We are on live every Sunday from 7 to 9 p.m. and broadcasting Thursday mornings at 7 a.m. on CKUT 90.3 FM. Hopefully you got your dose of entertainment, enlightenment, and empowerment. Subscribe and watch us on empowermtl.com and email us at empowermtl@gmail.com to anonymously be featured on our What's the Tea Mail segment. Stay blessed, black, and highly favored.